The best thing about Jesus Christ, and it will change everything, there is one name that has echoed through every generation, every culture, every corner of this earth. One name that has brought the broken to their knees and lifted the fallen back to their feet. One name that changes everything the moment you truly encounter it. That name is Jesus Christ. And if you ask 1,000 people what the best thing about Jesus is, you might get 1,000 different answers. His miracles, His teachings, His compassion, His power over death itself. And every single one of those answers would be right. But when you sit quietly and let your heart speak, when you strip away everything else, there is one thing that rises above them all. Grace. Unearned. Undeserved. Unstoppable grace. The best thing about Jesus Christ is not just what He did. It is why He did it. It is who He did it for. He did it for the ones who had nothing to offer. He did it for the broken, the ashamed, the ones who had run so far from God they could not even remember the way back. He did it for you. He did it for me. Before the foundation of the world, before a single star was hung in the sky, before your first breath, He already knew your name. He already loved you. That is not religion. That is relationship. That is a love so vast, so fierce, so personal that the human mind can barely hold it. Think about the people Jesus chose to be around. He did not walk into the palaces of the powerful and surround Himself with the elite. He walked dusty roads. He sat at tables with tax collectors and sinners. He touched lepers when no one else would come near them. He spoke to women when the culture said they did not matter. He looked at the people the world had thrown away and said, "You matter to me." That is Jesus. That is who He is. And then there is the cross. Every world religion has a teacher. Every philosophy has a founder. But only one of them climbed onto a cross and said, "I will take this for you." Only one looked at the full weight of human sin, human failure, human shame, and said, "Put it on me." The cross is not a symbol of defeat. It is the greatest act of love in the history of the universe. It is God Himself stepping into the broken story of humanity and rewriting the ending. Because of the cross, the worst thing you have ever done does not have to be the thing that defines you. Because of the cross, shame does not get the final word. Because of the cross, there is a way home, no matter how far you have wandered. And 3 days later, He got up. The resurrection is not just a miracle. It is a declaration. Death thought it had won. The grave thought it was over. But Jesus walked out of that tomb and proved that nothing, not sin, not darkness, not death itself, has the final say over a life surrendered to God. Because He rose, we have hope. Real hope. Not wishful thinking. Not fingers crossed in the dark. A living, breathing, anchored hope that says, this is not the end of your story. But here is what moves me most about Jesus. It is not just the grand scale of what He did. It is the tenderness of how He did it. He wept at the tomb of His friend Lazarus even though He was about to raise him from the dead. He stopped in a crowd for one woman who quietly touched the hem of His garment. He noticed Zacchaeus up in a tree and called him by name. He cooked breakfast on the beach for His disciples after they had a long night of catching nothing. He is not a distant God sitting far away unmoved by your pain. He is a Savior who draws close. Who sees you in the middle of your mess. Who meets you exactly where you are and loves you too much to leave you there. That is the best thing about Jesus Christ. Not just that He saved us, but that He knows us. That He chose us. That He pursues us with a love that never gives up, never runs out, and never lets go. If you are carrying something heavy today, if shame has been whispering that you are too far gone, too broken, too much, I want you to hear this. Jesus already knows everything about you. Every mistake. every hidden struggle, every moment you are not proud of. And he is still standing at the door knocking. Still saying, "Come." Still saying, "You are worth it to me." You do not have to clean yourself up first. You do not have to have it all figured out. You just have to come as you are. Because that is exactly who he came for. The best thing about Jesus Christ is simple. He loves you. Completely. Unconditionally. Eternally. And that changes everything. There are 1,000 things you could say about Jesus Christ. His miracles. His teachings. His power. His compassion. But when you strip everything back and let your heart speak, one thing rises above them all. Grace. In this video we talk about the best thing about Jesus Christ, not just what he did, but why he did it, and who he did it for. If you have ever felt too broken, too far gone, or too ashamed to come back to God, this message is for you. Because Jesus did not come for the people who had it all together. He came for the rest of us. Topics covered in this video: the grace of Jesus Christ and what it really means, why the cross is the greatest act of love in history, the resurrection and the hope it gives us today, how Jesus sees you personally, completely, and with love, why you do not have to clean yourself up before coming to God. If this video blessed you, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below and tell us what is the best thing about Jesus to you. We would love to hear from you. Subscribe for more faith-filled inspirational content every week.